Hello everyone, my name is Reiner and welcome back to another episode of a Luxury Utopia in Oxygen Not Included. In the last episode we made this we made this polluted water boiler which turns polluted water into polluted dirt and steam and then cools it down to regular water, which we then can use in our oil wells. In the episode before that we made this huge slickster farm, but we still don't have the correct slicksters and they actually have a very low chance of laying these eggs. So actually the first thing that I'm gonna do right now is add some space heaters here, because the hotter we can get this area, the more chance we have of getting the larva eggs which we need. So let me do that real quick. Let's add in some additional wires. Actually, I'm gonna do them to here. This is shorter, like this. 4 should be plenty. And in this episode, we're gonna make all of these oil wells active. So we produce a lot more oil. And we're gonna make a petroleum boiler on this side, in this area, which we prepared a long time ago. So we can easily make this a vacuum. And yeah, we're gonna work from there. Let's work a little bit on this side. We're gonna make this area accessible with a transit tube, because I don't want to rely on this crude oil from keeping us safe the whole time. I just want to close this off nicely. I will actually move this liquid pump over one so we can make a pitcher pump as well for when we need some additional crude oil. But I'm gonna do most of this in the background. So we're gonna clean this up a bit. I want to have some ladders here as well, because we're gonna make a wall here. But yeah, this we can get out. Actually, we can get a lot out. Let's actually take all of this out. All of this can go. Then automation. Oh, automation. All of this can go. What else? We have liquid pipes. Yeah, I'm gonna start this all over as well. And this as well, I think. So yeah, a lot to do. These here we can get out without ruining our vacuum. So we just need to have some tiles here. A lot of igneous rock. Let's make those 4. And then we can build underneath in a diagonal shape, as long as we have all the rest covered off. After these 2 are in, actually, I will open this up and then the natural gas can move to the left and the crude oil can drop down. Yeah, let's deconstruct this one as well. And this here, so we can make a pitcher pump. Pitcher pump. These 2 as well. Yeah. So I'll be back once I made some progress on this stuff, and then we'll work on the petroleum boiler. Alright, we made some nice progress. So what I'm gonna do now is remove these ladders as well, so we can put another mesh tile here. And then once a duplicant comes here to empty all of these out, you can go here, there, and then there easily in a row. Let's make sure they have the same priority as well. We have a pitcher pump in here, and we moved our liquid pump as well. So now we have access to crude oil. I can close this off now. So we can dig out the last tile, and then we can make sure that we can actually cool this transit tube access down, because the natural gas that comes out of this oil is at 300 degrees, and that would technically melt these plastic tiles. And of course, we'd want to make sure that that doesn't happen. I think there's only a little bit that comes out of here, but still, it comes out in a bit of a burst. So let's just make sure that we don't get any accidents here. And actually, we could add in a bottle emptier right here, so we can dump in the crude oil that we might have dropped outside. So that's that. We also put in our space heaters, so we heat up this area a bit to give ourselves a little bit of a bigger chance to get a larva egg, as long as we're above 60, but it's gonna be tricky. Actually, I can make sure that we can have more critters in each of these locations before they lock up. once these larvas will hatch. Actually, do I want to get them everywhere? Actually, I only want to get them here, right? Because here's what's gonna be the hottest. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna set the other ones to 1, I guess. Or maybe even 0. Wait, I'm gonna set them to 0. Copy, copy, and copy these. And maybe also that one. So now only those two will be open. So all the critters that hatch will go in here. All the slickster larvas. And that will mean they're in the hottest area. And hopefully they will lay larva egg once they get to it. In the meantime, this is closed off. So we can dig up the last tile here. We can sweep up everything. And then one more thing that we have to do is make sure we cool this area down. So I'm gonna make a pipe up, and then from there we're gonna move over, wiggle around a bit here, and then from there on we're gonna move on to the oil wells. And this should make sure that this area at least is always cooled down with our water that we have here. So yeah, we can build this easily, build this one, and yeah, then work on the petroleum boiler. I already worked on setting up a new, what's it called, liquid lock, because I don't trust a 35-gram water liquid lock when we're working with temperatures above, yeah, a couple hundred degrees. So we're gonna make a new one. Let's sweep up this water so we can get rid of it. And then we're gonna fill this up with crude oil. Enable auto bottle. So yeah, we get a bit in there. I also built this here so we can make another heavy watt conductive joint plate once we dig up these two without losing a vacuum. But yeah, we're gonna work on that in a second. First, I want to finish this off, and then we can reactivate the petroleum generators with the ethanol that we have here. Actually, we could already do that. Yeah, we're just gonna collect a bit of water here, I guess, and it's just gonna go to the main planetoid. But we can activate this again, which means the petroleum generators will get power again, which means we have more power. Actually, I could make more space heaters as well. Space heaters. Let's build these. I'm just gonna build more, so we really get it toasty in here. Because we will have a lot of power. 10 kilowatts of power here. We don't need that much power here anyway, but we will have it. And as you can see, we get more steam, more water, and we'll pump it over as soon as we have water here. And then our oil wells will start working again. There we go. Oil wells are working again, which means we will get about 10 kilograms of oil in total from all these 3 oil wells, which is one big pipe. The rest will come from the slickster, so if we miss 0.01 grams, because this times 3 is not technically 10 kilograms, the rest will come from the regular lava that we have here, which also produce oil. So we should always have a full pipe ready for our future petroleum boiler. Crude oil is going in slowly. We can make another tile here. This is polluted oxygen, so we also need to make a tile. Wait, we don't need to make a tile there. Am I making this too early? Maybe now the crude oil is not going to displace this polluted oxygen, so let's just delete it. And we make another tile up here. And now polluted oxygen here. Well, that's annoying. I guess we can make another one here. Oh no, wait. It's already gone. Crude oil, crude oil, crude oil. So now we can dig into here and then work on this area. Yeah, we're gonna drop one more bottle in here, and then we should have more than enough crude oil to make sure that nothing will ever go wrong. Because this will not evaporate that quickly. It has to be at very, very hot for that to happen. So stop this, deconstruct, And then we're going to work in here. So here is our mechanized airlock. This is exactly where the magma will fall down. So our petroleum boiler will actually get until here. This is the area where we have a petroleum boiler. I need to get in there, of course, and then we have to wiggle around a bit because we want to exchange the fresh crude oil with the petroleum that was boiled in order to optimize our efficiency. So let's go like this. This is one too far. Actually, this is where we go down here, I guess. So like so. And we go back again. And I guess here we can close this one off. And then we swirl around up and down like so. And I think this is going to be the area where we have our petroleum that we can pump over. Although we're not going to collect a huge amount, most likely. Or maybe we will. I don't know. But this also gives us an idea what we want to deconstruct. It's going to be a lot that we want to deconstruct. We are a vacuum here. That's good. I'm going to deconstruct all of this, including those two. Then let's also deconstruct all of this. Yeah, we're just going to work with ladders. But here we can deconstruct this here. So everything except the tiles that I want to build, which means it's going to be a lot faster. And then in here, we're going to do the same, like so. These two are definitely not going to be insulated, because here we're going to have our metal tiles, our thermium tiles. Can I build them already? Yes. And here we're also going to have our thermium tiles. But I don't want to build them just yet, because then we cannot get in there anymore. Like this, everything should be buildable, so I'm gonna do it like this. So now once we deconstruct the first one here, should be soon, pop, we have everything ready. And that means now we need to build some ladders. So let's do that. We're gonna use granite, I guess. We have a lot of granite here. So I'm gonna make a ladder down over here. I'm gonna make, let's say, an igneous rock ladder there, because that's gonna be permanent. And then I'm gonna make a ladder all the way down, so we can also build this here. Actually, we need power here for this liquid pump that's gonna be here. So this is also gonna be deleted, so we can move the power over to there. And I want to get up, of course, so we can build some stuff here as well. We're gonna need to have some ladders here so we can get down, so let's build them as well. And 3 like this. And that way we are actually able to build all of this stuff. Yeah, everything should be accessible. So I'm gonna let them build all of that for now. This is actually deconstruct, okay. We have some granite, 6 tons of granite. That's fine if it drops down, I guess. Or do I want to, maybe I want to pick that up before we deconstruct this tile. Because otherwise we have to get all of that via the transit tube, and that's a little bit of a shame. Oil is doing well, collecting quickly. We have a lot of heat generation now here, so these are all making it nice and toasty. So yeah, our slicksters, this one is not old enough yet, but the temperature is only 43 degrees. This one is 46. The hotter they are, the better. Yeah, still 100% for a long hair lava. We need more heat. But yeah, I'll be back once this has progressed a bit. Okay, we're making decent progress here. We're getting quite high on the oil, so I'm actually gonna stop the influx of ethanol for now. We should have more than enough power to get to keep everything running, and if we don't, then we're gonna enable this again. But first of all, of course, I want to get this up and running. Let's actually sweep up this stuff here, because I want to make this area a little bit finished. So we can also close this off and maybe start putting in some of the crude oil. So these are the tiles that will receive the heat from the magma. That means that we need a mechanized airlock underneath. Let's build that as a 6. So it's going to be here. The magma is going to be here. It's going to be 2 tiles. And it will touch this here. So that's going to get hot. And we need to control how much of the heat goes into the crude oil. So we're going to have another door right here. We need to know how hot it is up there. So we're going to also have a thermosensor here. And we of course need automation wire. I'm going to make everything out of thermium, just so you know. Once this is all in, we can make some additional thermium tiles up here. Because, yeah, we need to make sure that the crude oil can be separated from this area here. So this is opened up, and it should be. We open the door when we're hot enough. So when we're above 435-ish degrees. Actually, maybe I want to keep it a little bit lower. The crude oil changes at 400. So let's say 402, something like that. Of course, we are already above 400, and we are definitely above 402 because we are at minus. But that's going to change once we put some first crude oil in here as a primer. This we're going to suppress, of course. So let's make some additional thermium tiles right there. And then we're going to also make one more thermium tile here. Saving. And an igneous rock tile just there. So that means this is now controlled. So if we set this below, the door will open. And that means that the heat that we have here will not move to there. I do see that we made the ladder right there. And now we need to actually move it over a bit. We're making it out of granite, which is fine. We have a lot of it. For now, let's wait with that. Plumbing. We're going to do this first. So plumbing, we're going to have a liquid vent here. So this is what's going to drop the crude oil on here and make sure it turns into petroleum. And we need to control this because if we ever find something other than crude oil here, but if we find crude oil in this tile, that means that we're not heating it up quickly enough. And then I want to stop the additional crude oil coming in. So we need to have a liquid element sensor. Let's also make it out of thermium right there. And if we have something other than crude oil, which is now also the case, so we're going to make a NOT gate here. Thermium, everything thermium. And automation wire like so. And if that's the case, then we open this liquid vent. So then we also need to have, of course, pipes towards there. We're going to have some igneous rock pipes over at the top. And then go over to aluminum tiles, which will go like so. And it will wiggle over, and this is what the crude oil will come through. The petroleum will spill over and go down. And while it's going down, it will exchange heat with the crude oil inside those tiles. And therefore make sure that we nicely exchange the temperature and be very efficient with this area. Down here, we need a liquid pump. It's not going to be that, but just going to make it out of thermium anyway. I'm just going to make it here. And then from there, we're going to pump out the petroleum. It's going to go insulated. Okay. And then we're going to go like so, and then down, and then all the way to this pipe here. I realized that I'm making this all as a 7 right now. I'm gonna lower the priority in a second. And then this crude oil can exchange heat with everything in there. And then we switch to insulated and go down and down again. And then to here where we can join up with this pipe. Yeah, that's gonna be about the sequence. Once all of this is in and cleaned up, we can start putting crude oil in here slowly, and then we can start to work on the automation on this side. But yeah, I need to do some priority stuff because this is all as a 7, which is not correct. Yeah, this all should be as a 5. And I actually want them to prioritize on the tiles. So let's do them as a 6. This also. And then the ladders. And that should be it. Okay. This is now stopped, right? Yeah, we have a little bit more water coming in because this overproduced a bit. But that's all looking very good. We have quite a bit of natural gas in here. It's 80 degrees, which is fine. Again, this only melts at 160, so we are okay here. This is actually 55 degrees even. Okay. All right, this is now all in and cleaned up. So I think I can close this off like so. And then we can bring in some oil here. It should automatically stop when we sense oil, crude oil here. Then this should close. But yeah, we can start pumping in some of the crude oil. Let's make sure we don't replace that. So let's prime this area a bit. In the meantime, this is gonna closed off. I want to open up this here because we need to have, and let's sweep this up. We need to have some automation wires for those doors as well, because we need to automate those. And below here, we also need to deconstruct these two, because there's gonna be another thermium door right there. This is igneous rock, yeah. This is also igneous rock. Igneous rock. Okay. So that is in. We have a thermium cable. We can also get a thermium cable through here. And then we can start with the automation, I guess. This is igneous rock. Why does this look disconnected? Insulated tile. Whatever. Like that. I hope it falls to the right. It does. Good. Let's sweep the rest up again just to be sure. And then we can start with the automation. We do need another thermosensor right here to check if the magma is still hot enough. And then we need to, well, in a sequence of events, need to change these doors. When we detect that this is cold enough, then this should open and a digger should activate. Oh wait, we need to get rid of this ladder first because we need to get some insulated tiles here as well. So let's move that ladder over a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. All right, I'm gonna start by taking apart these bins and moving everything over so we make some space here. We need to make a, what's it called? Shipping? Yeah, a robo miner. Because the magma that drops here will be liquid at first, of course, but after it cools down to a certain temperature, it will actually become solid igneous rock, and we need to mine it out. in order to make space for the next load of magma. So let's do that. Let's make some space here so we can work on that. In the meantime, we can actually already add some insulated tiles because we need to contain the magma, of course. So I'll make one tile here and then work my way up. I need 3 tiles, I think, and that should be enough. Then we can build a ladder down here a bit, so we can reach everything. So one there, then one here. And let's see, Robo Miner. If we put it here, it would be able to mine everything, but I can't build it here for some reason. Possibly because these ladders here could be. So let's remove those ladders. And let's move all the crap over to there. This mesh tile I also want to deconstruct so we can get everywhere properly. Move. Okay, we cannot reach that right now. But if we make a ladder right here, then we can. So let's see, can we now place the miner? Yes, we can. So here it is able to dig up until this tile, and that's exactly what we want. We have no automation wire connected here, so let's connect a wire up here, like so. And then we need to look at making this automation properly. So whenever this triggers, so whenever this becomes green, and that means that the temperature is too low, we want to open this door. The miner has to activate, and after a while this has to open, and then these two have to close again. So that means we need a memory toggle. Yeah, let's make that something like here. Thermium, we have plenty. So this is the set port. So I want to set the memory toggle to green, which means that this door will open, and once we reset it, the door has to close again. Okay. When this is set, I also want to enable the auto miner, and after a delay, this one has to be enabled. So I need to have a filter gate here. Let's also make it out of thermium. That's everything out of thermium. Okay. And once this delay has ended, we actually want to go down and we want to reset this. So let's go like so. And automation wire bridge resets. Yeah. So this will then be opened. And then we get and then the lava comes down. This will be green again and this will close. Exactly. And then for the top here, this just has to be the opposite of this one. So we move up here and we build a NOT gate. But before we pour stuff down, I want to disconnect this to make sure that we don't drop anything. This robo miner has to touch something, so we're gonna make metal tiles. Let's just continue the thermium trend. So we're gonna make a little bit of thermium here. And I need a little bit of liquid here so we can have the temperature move across. Or we can work with the... Wait, where is it? I think on the plumbing, right? The conduction panel. I think this just cools the thing underneath, right? Let's do that. So we need to have a pipe. Plumbing. Can be a regular pipe, I think, because we don't have any thermal... Okay, so we come down. We have 2 pipes and we have to go up and we have to come down again. So this, but then this doesn't have to be metal. But yeah, this actually helps for some thermal... no, it doesn't. It doesn't do anything, these metal tiles. So maybe I'm not going to use that. If I have to bring water over anyway, then I'm just going to use this here. So we're gonna do it like that. And then we can go back down with the regular pipes. Okay, so we have 2 pipes here, which means we have to do some jumping. And let's make a bridge here. And there's gonna be a bridge there. Yeah. And then we can bridge this over here and bridge that over there. Yeah, that should work. Insulated can be deconstructed. And then here, let's disconnect this. Oh, it actually doesn't continue. Oh, we already filled this up. Okay. So let's... Can we empty this pipe? Do we have that skill? I think I do have that skill. Okay. So we just need to make some ladders here to make sure we can get down. And then I think I have everything set up. So here we now have oil. It is at 59 degrees. So now we can give a green signal. We can open the door if we're above 402. So now we're actually having some thermal connection here. For now, it just cooled this down, but that's fine. Once we open this up, why is this open? Okay, because this is green. Okay. So send a green signal if we are below 410. Or 435-ish. Let's set it to above for now, so we don't accidentally drop something here. And from what material did I make this actually? Gold. Okay, cancel. Let's make that, because we made everything out of this material. Let's make it also out of thermium there. And then we do need a little bit of liquid here. So let's see where we can get it. Meteor showers, that's fine. Let's actually sweep up a little bit here. Make sure this is not set to crude oil. And this one is gone, so let's make sure that we do this. Just need a little bit. This is probably already too much, but that's fine. Crude oil. Let's move it to here. Okay, this is all connected now. Let me see, pipes. This can go down, and this is emptied. That's... Oh wait, we also have some... Yeah, that's fine. Can get some pipes in here. And up. And then here we can go down again. And I think this is also fine like this. That way we get our cooling loop. It's gonna be a little bit bigger. It's a good thing we added a little bit of liquid here. Yeah, that's enough for like 100 tiles, and we don't have that much. Actually, we could make a lot of bridges here as well, just to make this path use less cooling water, but it's okay. Okay, that is in. Oh yeah, it also needs power. Yes. Yes, that's a good one. How am I gonna do that? This could also be instead of a tile. Yeah. Because these two cannot be, because this one is in the way. So this one we can deconstruct. And then we can have a heavy watt conductive joint plates here. And we can have one down here. Oh, yeah, we need some more ladders here. So let's also build those ladders for now. Heavy watt conductive joint plates. Be up. Thermium. There. Oh, this is not connected anymore. Yeah, sure. And then we need some heavy wood conductive wire. Gold is fine. Connect this and connect this here. Should I use... Yeah, maybe I should use thermium and thermium. There we go. The crude oil here we can empty. And it will probably spill over a bit, but yeah, there we go. We can't sweep that up, but now we have a medium here, which can transfer the temperature. And these two we can get out of there again. We set this back to crude oil. Sweep and sweep. Okay, this is now all being built. I think I'm gonna also close off this bottom area. This is still unreachable. Still unreachable. Oh, I guess I need to build that then. I do want to clean this up. So cobalt ore needs to go out. All the pipes are done, so we can do this and we can do that, and then disconnect this here. And that means that we start cooling this, or actually heating it at first. But that's okay. This is now being cooled. Let's make a couple more insulated tiles like that. Yeah, we can deconstruct this one. As I said, I will close this off, so I'm gonna make a tile there, 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 and there. Let's sweep this and this. And then this is nicely a vacuum, so there's no temperature transfer between that. Perfect. This is all in. That all looks okay to me. Yeah, this is an interesting shaft now, which, well, it is what it is for now. We might do something else here. We can cool some auto sweepers and conveyor rails, so we can do something with the hot material that's going to drop here. But for now, let's see how this works. So let's see again. This is above 402. Yeah, the worst thing is that it's too slow. So let's say this is 402. So this is gonna close when we're below the temperature. We're not gonna bring in new crude oil if we have crude oil there. That seems okay. And this will turn to green once we set this to below, because there is nothing here. Oh, it is set to 45 now because of the oil that got here. So yeah, this becomes green. That means that, again, this door will open. So if there was anything up here, then it would be mined out. Then sometime later, let's say 30 seconds later, because this is all activated at the same time, 30 seconds later, we reset this memory toggle so the door will close. We also send a green signal to this door so that it will open, and a green signal here which turns to red, which opens this one. So that seems to be okay. And then once we get magma here, this will swap again. This will become red, will close, and this will go open again. Yeah, I think we're good to go. So let's open this first to collect a bit of magma here, and then we can look how this goes. But I have good hope. So we have a lot of magma here to work with. So let's get this going. Set this to below. Now we should be mining, but yeah, we don't have anything to mine at the moment. We don't have any solid tiles. Once this ends, this opens, this closes. Magma falls down. We have a hot enough temperature. And we are filling this back up again. And now we have temperature here. And this will be rising. Okay. Turning stuff into petroleum, and we have... can we convert this crude oil here? Guess we messed up a little bit. Yeah, this crude oil is definitely too cold. So we will have a little bit of crude oil at the bottom. It is what it is. Maybe I have to set this to 405-ish. But yeah, the crude oil coming in here is turned into petroleum and it will spill over at some point. How much crude oil is actually here? 12 kilograms. I guess that's the danger of these contraptions. This is also the first one I ever make. Here you can see these igneous rock, this magma turned into igneous rock. And it will lower in temperature, of course, especially at the start when we don't have any temperature gradient just yet. So all this oil comes in at 77 degrees. Up here it's now 113, so a little bit of temperature gradient we have with the stuff here. But yeah, we will have a little bit of crude oil at the bottom, which will damage our petroleum generators a little bit, but I think we'll survive. So let's let this run for a bit and then we see how good this works. But up until now it looks very good. I want to see a reset, see that that works properly. These are still at 800 degrees. Of course they drop quite rapidly at the start because yeah, again, we don't have any gradient and the oil only gets up here. Well, it's actually 300 degrees already up here. Maybe I've made this way too long, actually. Oh, we'll see. Oh, it's having trouble actually with the crude oil. What I can do, and I think I will, I can get in here. So deconstruct those two. And then I'll sweep up this here as a 9. Really important. This also important. Because the crude oil is actually blocking this petroleum. So get in there, guys. Okay. Crude oil sweep. Bunny, move there. Petroleum. Okay. We also dug up some petroleum. Let's empty this one. Shouldn't be a problem here because it drops down. Okay. Now sweep this up. So we got the crude oil out of there. Okay. Ooh, it's actually quite hot in there. Let's set this to 401. Try to keep this a little bit lower in temperature. Because I don't want the crude oil to convert to petroleum in the pipes. That would actually damage the pipes. But yeah, we have a means to get in there, I guess. Let's close this off again. We have our first petroleum here at the bottom. This is pumping, so I guess we can enable this again. So we can get more water and get more oil. And I think that's the whole loop done, at least for now, until we have the petroleum coming in. We can use a little bit more ethanol and then we can swap to petroleum. But I want to get a little bit of a backlog collection of petroleum here, so to say. So 230. Yeah, we are very close to the 400 up here. But I think this is okay. And this first block of magma is still the first block, right? It's still surviving. That's quite amazing. Ooh, now this is not converting anymore. Oh yeah, we have to be a little bit above, right? So this has to be 403. Because we need to be a couple degrees above the turning temperature in order for it to actually work. So I think that would be 402, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, as you can see, we're collecting petroleum here very, very quickly. 10 kilograms a second. This is filling up. So actually, once this has reached a certain level, we're gonna swap the petroleum because, yeah, we need to. Otherwise, this is gonna overfill, and we want to have a stable system, of course. I don't want this to fill up completely. I also don't want it to stop, because then you might also get problems. Oh, but so far, so good. Yeah, this gets heated up slightly. 401. Well, this looks good. And here these are getting water now as well. Very good. So, nice cycle. Now our slicksters still need to come. Because, yeah, we need regular lava eggs. And once we have a regular lava egg, we can also use an incubator, I guess. Let's actually add some incubators. Stations, where are they? On the food, I think. Incubator. Golds. Yeah, let's make it out of golds. Let's make 2 here. And then we're gonna hatch these eggs a bit quicker. Ah, we got a tiny baby here. So one of them has been hatched. What is their starting temperature? 40 degrees. And the carbon dioxide here is over 60. Yeah, way above 60. Petroleum in the pipe is 395. That's a nice temperature for to drop in here. Only needs a couple more degrees. This is 500. Still the first batch of magma, and we have quite a bit. So this should run for a long time. Well, actually, indefinitely, I guess. Because we have so much magma here. And that's the only energy input, basically, for the system. Yeah. So now we're generating water, which is back to our main planetoid. Oh yeah, we need to also get this oil over because it also has to move out. How are we gonna get that up there? It's oil. We have to have a direction here as well, I guess. Bridge. Yeah, let's set the direction here. Like so. And then this pipe here we can lead through this area. Should be fine. And then over to there. Deconstruct. Then we can have the bridge. Bridge that, and bridge this. And then if we have additional oil from the bottom, which we don't have yet, it will move up over and to the main planetoid, and it cannot backtrack, which is important. We have petroleum, we have 2 layers now. It is 100 degrees, which is not bad. Yeah, slowing down a little bit. Still 500 degrees here. Looks sometimes like this is stuttering, but I wouldn't know why it would stutter. So I guess that's just a little bit of lag. Yeah, this is not closing. We don't get any crude oil here. So yeah, wouldn't make sense. Very nice. Yeah, as I said, just need the slicksters here. We have 11 kilograms of carbon dioxide. So we are making a lot of food for our slicksters for when they are there. And this is all 60 degrees already. Up here we're at 70. Oh yeah, we're cooling this down a bit till 70 degrees for the ethanol. Yeah, this is nice at 70 degrees. So this should all nicely work in towards our slicksters turning into regular oil slicksters. Let's see, 700. This can go up to 740. So we're gonna get a 3rd tile soon. And then I want to swap over. Here we go. So let's stop this connection again. And then we can disconnect this here and then connect that one and also connect this here. Let's first do this. Nicely timed save. Okay, let's connect this. Disconnect this one. This is all used up. And we can connect this one. And now we're switching to petroleum. And this can go a lot hotter. So actually I will raise this up to 100 degrees. Maybe even hotter at some point. Let me see. Status. It's above 100 degrees. Yeah, I guess it's fine if it's 100 degrees here. But yeah, here's the petroleum coming. There is a little bit of ethanol in here. I hope it gets used up. That doesn't stay in there. Yeah, it gets used up. Nice. So now we're fully running on petroleum. So full pipe comes in, full pipe comes out. This is now an equilibrium. This is still cooled nicely. This is still warm enough, but it is getting closer. Let me see, thermosensor, I set it to 435. I'm going to wait a little bit until this one hits 435 and then we can see the reset. See that it works properly. Okay, we're getting really close now, so let's see this in action. 35, 36. Okay. 35. There we go. So this opens up now. Start mining. This drops. Then this timer swaps. We get new magma. Actually a little bit above here, but that's fine. That fills up again and we have new heat. Okay. Perfect. Switch. And now we have our first hot igneous rock here, which I somehow need to try and cool down, I think. I need to figure out how to do that. Well, I know how to cool down stuff, of course. Just need to figure out a nice way to cool that down. I was thinking maybe we can make a steam room here. But how? I'll let it sit here for now. And maybe I'll just close this off with a mechanized airlock. Just to make sure that they don't pick it up, because there's nothing... Well, I guess we can sweep this stuff up or here. Let's make sure that they can put the niobium and thermium here. Okay, that's already in there. Cleaning this up. I guess I can also deconstruct this when this is all out. And then we're just gonna lock this door from getting in. And then for now, we're just gonna collect the igneous rock here, I guess. Oh, 28 tons of granite here. Luckily, they pick up a lot. Building broken. Okay. I guess the petroleum is still too hot here. Huh. I guess that happens if this is getting too hot. I mean, I could replace some pipes with insulated pipes, but I don't know if that's the answer. Because then the hot petroleum will just move over further, right? Petroleum is 408 here, 409. I could set this to 402, but that is not gonna help that much. 403 is the minimum. Yeah, we do need to get back in there. Otherwise we risk leaking some crude oil. Although if the crude oil leaks, it gets turned into petroleum anyway. But yeah, we're not getting crude oil here anymore. Fix these, please. Crude oil here is 396. How do I solve that? Are we not going here? Errands. Oh, there we go. Repair errands. Broken. Yeah, it's hot there. Okay, please fix this. Let's set this to open. Okay. Let's see this go again. Is this only when we get fresh magma? We have too much heat. I guess this door is a bit too slow. That's why we pump too much heat in here. I could have made it powered. Although, could I? I could make it powered from this side. Oh no, from that side it's not possible. Let me think. Let's just see if this is a constant thing. It is now cooling down a bit again. Yeah, we need to keep an eye on this. I guess we do have a way to get in here if we need to. But yeah, I guess we pumped this down a little bit now. Yeah, we did. I mean, it's not a big issue. But preferably I have this run all the time. So we now have 404. 420. Yeah, this is too hot. What I could do is make the capacity of this tank a little bit higher. Yeah. So this is too hot. Let's set this to 400. What I could do, I can make this tank a bit bigger. So let's deconstruct this and this. And then we're gonna make pipes like so. Deconstruct those pipes. Deconstruct that one. And then what I'm gonna do is make those here. Yeah. I get it. So those are in. Then make these two. Like this. I'm gonna make this tank a little bit bigger. So I have a bit more heat capacity here. That in there. Okay, one more. And we cut off this here. Connect up this. We can deconstruct that here. And this is just gonna be an empty space here, I guess. I could fill it up. Okay. Sweep this up. Sweep that up. Okay, then we can remove those here. Okay, we have a bigger tank now. So let's see how this now works. Because this whole tank, should we put a utilities, a temp shift plate in there to slow down the heating of individual petroleum? Maybe I'll do that. I'll add in one temp shift plate, or maybe two. Let's make these two out of obsidian here. Or obsidian? No, I actually can make them out of sounds crazy, but thermium. Okay. Let's make those two thermium, and the temperature shouldn't rise as quickly. That's my theory, at least. Because we're heating everything together. And now you can see this is 420 degrees. Which is... yeah, this is rising rather quickly. This is still 420. Why is this so hot? Maybe I shouldn't check the temperature here. But instead... here. Maybe that's the problem, because this, of course, gets cooled by the oil very quickly. Let's try that. Copy to there. Okay, now deconstruct this sensor and connect this automation wire. Okay, so now if we're above 403 there, which should happen not as quick. Yeah, I think this is better. Because now this is not always immediately crude oil. And this doesn't get to 420 anymore. Maybe we should also deconstruct this one here. Because I feel like we're heating up this too much now. Maybe I'm gonna remove this temp shift plate as well. Okay. We're trying stuff out. Let's clean out this. But yeah, this is probably gonna work a little bit better. But yeah, we'll see. Let's close this off again, or should I just put a door in here? Maybe I'll just put a door in here. Out of a thermium, of course. Like so. We have a little bit lacking in petroleum here, but actually it's fine. We don't need to be completely full. I'll leave this open for now. Yeah, it is still 900 degrees. Let's see how stable this is gonna be. 4, 3. Yeah, let's just get up a couple degrees. This is really hot. But here it's already quite a bit lower because this is getting cooled by the oil, which is 370 here. Okay, I think we might be okay now. One last thing I could do, I could fill this up because it now looks a little bit odd. So let's fill this up from that side. All right, now nobody's allowed in anymore unless I explicitly allow them. So yeah, I think we're gonna leave it there. We have a full loop. So again, we burn stuff in the petroleum generator. Right now it's petroleum that's going in there. This generates and carbon dioxide, which we have quite a bit of already, and polluted water. The polluted water gets pumped into this area where it gets heated to steam and polluted dirt, or regular dirt actually. So we also get dirt out of the system. The dirt gets gets shipped through here and sent back. This is reed fiber dirt. Dirt comes out at 47 degrees. This a little bit on the hot side. It's because we're going through the steam here, I guess. But we also get steam. The steam turns into water here due to the cooling loop, and the water gets pumped into the oil wells, which turns into natural gas, which is here not too hot. Natural gas and the oil then gets pumped back into our petroleum generator, which makes petroleum, which we pump into our petroleum generators. So we have a nice loop. And again, out of this we get natural gas, we get regular water because we're producing more than we're using. We're producing dirt, which is great. we're producing additional oil in the end from our slicksters. We're getting a ton of power for basically no cost. And we're getting a bit of igneous rock, I guess. And in the end, once we have our slicksters here eating and happy, we will get also a lot of eggshells. And we get, oh, here we have actually a slickster. We get eggshells and we get a ton of meat actually also out of the system. So we get a lot of stuff. And this one is also done. Yeah, we have indeed 2 slicksters here. So let's move them both in here so they can start laying more eggs, and we can put another one in here. So yeah, we made an amazing system here, which is gonna provide us with a ton of materials for basically forever. This magma is never gonna end. We have so much of it. We use it so slowly. I don't see any problem with this. I just hope that we fixed the pipe breakage here, but I think we're good with this tweaking that we did here. So that was it for the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet, and see you in the next video.